Yo, what's up? My name is RetroPat, and welcome to my gaming diary. This series will essentially be a way to track my daily gaming achievements and add some extra value to them. It'll also be a great way for me to just track my historical progress and look back on in the future and see what I was doing around that time in my gaming journey. I play absolutely all different types of games, and I go for all kinds of achievements. Yo, what's up? It's been quite a while since I've done an episode of my gaming diary slash journal, whatever you want to call it, but today I'm still working on Skyrim achievements. I know, how am I still on this task? I think I'm like 67 out of 75, so I'm pretty close to 100%, but honestly, just a pretty chill evening for me, having a cocktail or two, making some locks, smithing some building materials, and trying to finish off one of my houses. So I'm working on the finish 3 houses or build 3 houses in Skyrim, and it's kind of awkward because it requires you to build like full sections to those houses. It's not just like build houses or unlock access to them. Like, you kind of have to do a lot. As you can see, I'm kind of dumping a lot of stuff into it, as you can see, but I mean, it's not too bad for me. Honestly, it's kind of a cool thing. I like it. I think that my favorite DLC for Skyrim by far is the Heartfire, whatever it's called, the Heartfire DLC. Hearthome, I don't know. The one lets you build these houses. I think it's so cool. I think it's so beautiful. I think it really represents everything that Skyrim is, being able to go on all of these wicked adventures, getting all these pieces of gear, getting all these pieces of armor, weaponry, etc., and then bringing them back to your home to actually put them on mannequins, put them on placards and such, and actually have them sort of be displayed. I think it should have been a part of the base game originally, but let's go ahead and actually build the few wings that we need to do to finish off this achievement. It'd be really cool to easily get that achievement this episode. Maybe we'll move on to a different game or just stick to Skyrim achievements. Who knows in the gaming journal. Okay, the thing that I'm noticing that I'm sorely lacking is locks, aka corundum ingots. That is the biggest piece. I've worked really hard, quote unquote, playing Skyrim. I've been really careful to buy a bunch of iron constantly. I've constantly bought iron ingots. I do the transmutation skill all the time, stuff like that. I really always try to buy up iron ingots and iron ores from any shops that I may encounter, but I did not plan for corundum. So we'll have to go visit some shops around the lands.
Whatever you need. You're looking for blades, helmets, pretty much anything.
Your skin, looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
I bought way too much ingots on accident. All right, we made it. I think I finally bought plenty of corundum ingots, so we should be able to make plenty of locks. We'll go ahead and do like 5 or so for the time being. Head right back over to the carpenter's workbench, make some more house stuff, yada, 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 foundations, storage rooms, all that jazz, all that stuff that we clearly need, and now I need clay. You see, the problem was I had about 5 or 6 clay, but I dropped it to be able to fast travel because I bought too much ingots. See? I also dropped my pickaxe to be able to mine any more clay. Not the smartest drops, but at least we got them back. I think this is actually my first time ever within any Skyrim playthrough getting 99 smithing. Well, I guess, okay, to be fair, aside from when Skyrim first released, there was like a thing where you could smith a ton of iron daggers and they gave way too much XP. I think I did abuse that and probably got 99 smithing. That was 2011 Xbox 360 era, but other than that, I don't think I've actually gotten 99 smithing. So there we go, 99 smithing. Not quite 100, but I'm sure we'll get there pretty soon with all these building mats. Since I'm going to be building so much more stuff anyway, and I need to kind of restock every now and again, it is now time for my favorite piece of Skyrim content. Mine stone quarry and go AFK for about an hour. As I'm mining this stone quarry, I was kind of thinking back. I'm going to be super honest with you guys. I kind of had this fear that I had gained no progress during my gaming journal. I don't know why. This is, I actually had to go check what episode this was. This is episode 4, I believe, of my gaming journal, which is kind of cool. And I'm 67 out of 70 achievements within Skyrim, and most of it has been Skyrim. And I am, I went back and I watched the first thumbnail. I started at 60. So you know what? I have gained 7 achievements over a few episodes, which is not a small amount, especially when you're trying to go for those last couple. Those last couple are always kind of the longest and most difficult. Now, do I wish I've done more? Yeah, probably, but it's kind of nice to see, and it's kind of the whole point of this series is to physically log that stuff, because I feel like there's so many things that we do within our days as humans where we wake up, we do a ton of stuff, we go to bed, and it doesn't feel like you're making enough progress. And being able to go back and physically see what you've done is really helpful to me personally. Something I actually did recently during a chill Saturday was I made a notepad document called like Chill Saturday, and I wrote down all of the things that I did that day, what time I woke up, all the things I cleaned, like all the things I worked on, etc., etc. And it was a shocking amount. And this is honestly probably a decent exercise that I'd recommend others to do. I feel like we do more in our days than we realize, and it's good to appreciate that as opposed to always feeling like you're never doing enough. Okay, I went to walk my dog. Here's the loot from mining that we got from that. Let's go to quarried stone. Why did it scroll up here? Quarried stone. Down to the bottom. 1,703. And we were at 2,378 carry weight out of 690. Absolutely cooked. That is generational wealth in quarried stone, fellas. Oh, there it is. I was not prepared for that. Build 3 houses, master architect. There is the achievement complete. I even had my last time I was doodle searching something was for that. That's very, very funny. Well, I didn't even realize. Okay, 3.1% of players have achieved that. Beautiful, 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 boys. We did it. That was one that I've been working on for a long time. I didn't think that, I thought I needed to build one more thing. I didn't realize that was what I needed to. I thought I needed one more extension on the house, actually. But no, it was just the that. So we did it. We got it. Nice. That's actually, oh, that's so sick. I'm very, very happy with that. I love the house system in Skyrim. One of my favorites. Really cool to see. I can't believe I didn't have that achievement just from naturally playing the game. But now we do, boys. And the more important question is, what's next? Do we go on to another Skyrim achievement? Do we play a different game? Who's to say? I'm just going to take it day by day here on the Gaming Journal. I've been reduced to achievement hunting on Golf with Your Friends. I am but a man. Most of the achievements for this game are actually extremely simple. Most of the time you have to just play a game on a specific map on a certain game mode. Occasionally you'll have to at least get par or better on certain maps on certain game modes. And you know what? I was dog sitting and house sitting at a friend's house. So you know what? I kind of thought, why not play some golf, pass the time, and get some achievements along the way. And to be totally honest, it was 10 out of 10. Would recommend. I would call it incredibly well spent time. Well, I fucked it. It was a good run while it lasted for a second. Okay, that was sick. I swear on my future firstborn that I'll never eventually have that I had no idea that's how it worked and did not know that was intended. We cook. Ah, so close. Okay, this time for sure. Boom. Oh, no. Okay, this hole is fucked up. This hole being a par 3 has got to be a Geneva Convention violation. Try saying that 3 times fast. Okay, boom. Unbelievably planned. It's actually so Jover, dude. It was such a good run at first. If I could just hit this, it could change the course of history. I'm cooked. No! We were so close, but even if I hole-in-one this, we're still over par. So unfortunately, not going to get that achievement, but we'll get something, which is honestly a nice consolation prize. It's not great, but it's something. Baby steps, baby steps. That should give us an achievement. Play through the deep on classic. I'll take something. A win's a win, and sometimes you just need a win. Welcome to Nubbys Number Factory. Now, if I asked you guys to guess, what year was this game made? Where did this come from? What would you guess? 1998? 1996? Some sort of early PC game kind of fever dream type situation. What if I told you this was a 2025 release? And if you've already seen it, you already keep up to date with new games, you might have already seen some big streamers and big creators playing this game, which is crazy to me. I think this looks fucking sick. This game is right up my alley. It's weird, it's numerical, it's all about progress, and it's essentially a Peggle-like game, and it has this weird guy who must be Nubby. I don't know too much about it, but I know that it looks insane and looks right up my alley. I'm going to jump into it. I think I'm going to skip the tutorial. I think I have seen someone play that. So he will thank you if you don't skip the tutorial, which is kind of cool. And this is the kind of game. You're this little guy, these little sentient balls, and you aim with your mouse, and then there you go. You right click. If you hold right click, you're able to launch him. So we hold right click to aim, and then we left click to launch. Okay, so I'm just gonna launch him. We need 8 score here. You can see the score up here. So we need 12 here. This is round 2. I'll launch again. I'm so excited to jump. So I failed that one. So I lose a life, I believe. Then you lose a life no matter what. You lose a life no matter what. But that was a pretty good round, actually. I'm so curious. I don't know what I'm excited for. The basics of the game are very, very simple. But what I'm excited for is how far can you push this game? Because that I've purposefully stayed away from. I've watched someone play this tutorial. I've watched someone play 2 to 3 rounds. But I have not seen someone get to insane levels. What happens is if you run out of these little balls, the lives, the sun explodes and you are killed. So this game is just so cool to me. I really recommend it. It's $5. It's $5 to check it out. I recommend it. I haven't even played it yet, and I feel like I can recommend it. Maybe my opinion will change on that, and we'll see throughout the making of this little video. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys with how far can I push Nubbys Number Simulator. Okay, this is actually sick. I wanted to talk about this. There's certain perks and items you pick up that are just strange. You have the Jax item, which summons a sharp shot that will pop a random peg 10 times if you pass the round goal. So it kind of amplifies your combo and gets you increased score if you're already gonna beat the map, if that makes sense. And then you have the speedy perk, which says when Nubby dies. That yellow text is like what triggers the effect. When Nubby dies, if the round started less than a second ago, it force triggers the items in item slots 1, 2, and 3. That's really weird. Like I don't know if this will be good, but it's like if you die quickly, you can actually see the timer over here. You get benefits. So I kind of want to. The problem is I don't have that many items. I like it as a failsafe. I don't think that item will actually be that good, but I thought it was a funny one. We did actually get a rare item here. You can see rare item odds 5%. We did actually get this. This is a rare item. The squid. When the Nubby is launched, mutates into the non-upgraded version of the item to the... It's all needlessly convoluted and complex. Item to the left of me for the rest of the round. Sure. I don't know if that'll actually even be good, but it's just weird. You, of course, also have the Grabatron, which you can play for 6 gold. I've not seen someone get this key yet. I don't know what this does. When open, receive a suspicious key. On the next shop turn, you will gain access to the black market. I have no idea what this does. Look at his grumpy face. And this might be my final shot of this round. This might be the death of me. Wow. And the sun explodes, and that's my new high score of 6,000. Surely I can beat that. Run number 2, I'm going to go for the strategy where you want to aim for and pop the highest number ball first, which is going to make disguised glasses a good item, where if you pop the highest number peg, you pop 2 random pegs as well after it. This is all going to sound like a foreign language very, very quickly. So as you can see here, I re-rolled to allow my 32, my highest peg, to actually be able to be hit first, which is then going to trigger my disguised glasses, which is then going to trigger me to be able to win the round. You can see here, this is a shit setup for my strategy. I'm going to re-roll. I still don't have the 32, but if I can get back to it in some way, just like that, we can pop the highest peg, trigger our disguised glasses, and take the win. Right, this run is going so much better than my last run and feels pretty insane. Just watch what happens when I hit the first largest peg. Not as crazy as previously, but I've been getting board clears left and right with this strategy. Let's try again here. Pretty solid, by far past the round goal. Okay, this is also my first time making it to zone 2, pretty much aka level 2. Nice. This is gonna be a tough shot. I want to see if I can skim the 512 here, and we do hit it, which, oh my god, unbelievably gives me that win. This game is super fun, wicked easy, wicked simple in a lot of ways. It's very like complex. This just reeks of a game that is easy to learn, hard to master. I'm sure you could get super sweaty with this. You could also just turn your brain off and play it like Peggle and aim for the highest ball on the map and just do dumb shit like that. And you get to see Nubby absolutely lose his mind in the process. His little face is definitely my favorite part of the game. When people say video games are getting worse, it always kind of makes me, I don't want to say laugh or chuckle, but it makes me sigh a little bit. And I'm a little frustrated because, as silly as it may seem, this is a totally original, totally unique, totally beautiful gaming experience, even though it looks like a fucking nightmarish dream. Someone said something in a live stream of mine recently, which I've never heard before, and I think it was 1000% true. They said that it's not that new games are bad, it's that old companies that we grew up with and knew and loved are now kind of crashing out and making not great games. Examples being EA, Ubisoft, Blizzard, and I think he nailed it. I've never heard something more accurate. There's companies and developers and these beautiful people that used to be like made the games that we loved growing up, and over time they have kind of prioritized money and monetization, and the passion and the love project for something dwindles. And I think we've seen that over the years, and I think it's true that certain AAA studios are making worse games, but I think it's also true that we're seeing things like Elden Ring, we're seeing things like Baldur's Gate. Gaming is not close to dead. I think we're just seeing I think it's thriving more than ever. We're just seeing more games created than ever. So it creates this illusion of there's more bad games, or games are bad because we do see more bad games, right? As a number that I always say, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. I don't know how this works. Apparently they're trying to encourage me to stack it. I don't know how this will work. Item plus. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna it's encouraging me so much, so we're gonna go with it. But I'm gonna buy an extra item slot here. But something that I say a ton, apparently you can freeze as well, it's kind of cool. I'm getting distracted. Something that I say a ton. 5 pigs popped. So I'm actually so distracted. Something you'll hear me say a ton if you watch my streams and stuff like that. I want to freeze this. Boom. Okay. I don't know if you can do item plus plus actually. This is a waste, but whatever. We're going to grab this and continue playing. Something I say a ton is that it's not that, in my opinion, obviously, in my opinion, it's not that we're getting... It's not that games are worse. It's that we're getting more worse games. But per capita, I would guess, and I don't know for sure, but I would bet money that it's close to the same ratio as it was 20 years ago. My best guess is that 20 years ago, 80% of video games that released were okay to bad, right? They were fine to not good, right? Whereas 20% of games were great, right? Now, back 20 years ago, they may have only been making 100 video games a year, maybe 1,000 video games a year, right? So if you made 1,000 video games in a year 20 years ago, what would happen is 200 of the games would be great, right? And then 800 would be whatever, right? Not great, anywhere from not good to fine. However, in the modern era, with more indie developers, more free tools, more money tied up in the industry, more competition, more people on the planet, right? With video game growing as an industry, we see just way more games made. So if there's 1,000 games made a year ago, there's what, 10,000, 20,000 games made today, right? So if you make 10,000 games in a year in the modern era, then what happens is we end up seeing 2,000 great games, but also 8,000 compared to 800, 8,000 mediocre to bad games, right? And the human brain just remembers negativity more than positivity a lot of the time, unfortunately, naturally. So I think we just see a lot more bad games made because there are a lot more bad games made. But there's also a lot more good games being made than ever by indie developers and the tools, people having access to the internet, having access to those tools, having access to that creativity. The power is in the hands of the people and the game developers more than ever. And I think that's beautiful and something that should be encouraged. And I understand that I empathize with those who feel frustrated trying to play games pushed out by the developers they grew up loving, right? The EA, the Ubisoft, etc. It sucks. It's really sad and it's disappointing, but I also think it's time to move on, and it's time to grow, and it's time to just search out the games you enjoy regardless of the company. So I unlocked the Cafe Nubby, and as you can see, there's some stuff going on here. Stuff that I can't afford right now, so I am just going to continue moving on. We have a full 7 item slots unlocked, though. That is cool. 4,000 is the biggest number there. I can re-roll it in a way that lets me hit it, and dude, man, as long as I hit the highest number ball peg, look at this on the board, it's like an automatic win. It's strategy. This feels really, really powerful. Peg will explode and pop 8 pegs. Nitro peg. This is pretty high, but not the highest. I think it's worth it when those like super power up ones. Ooh, but I know I didn't get it off that actually. Let's see if I can. I missed, but I still did. Okay. Sometimes you can still beat it even through... Oh, like, this one's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try to get to the high one, but we've just barely beat that one. That was actually kind of close. Nose power up. Okay, now we're talking. A random peg will emit 3 snot shots. That's if you pass the round goal. I'm trying to not worry about, like, winning more strategies. I'm trying to... Also, the meme is... What are these? Monstrosity. God, plastic. This is a cool... I love this art style. I want a video game... I mean, I think it's just Cube World. I need to play Cube World at some point in 2025. This game, this art style is so funny to me. This kind of tree, I love it, dude. It's beautiful. Yes, the noodle item, the kidney bean with the weird face, and the pickle rat. Okay, I do have access to a rare perk here. First peg popped. If you have 4 or less item, force triggers the item in slot 4. So for this, I'd have to sell off so many of my items. But I almost wonder if it's worth it. I'm really just trying to go for one-shot strategies. I'm going to sell this one. First peg pop. I do want to keep any of my first peg popped things, though. This I want to keep. This is very powerful. This was a cursed, corrupted, black market item. Every 1 second, a random peg will pop and explode. This feels really powerful. I'm going to grab this, but I need to sell at least one more thing, I believe. I think 2 more things, don't I? This gets sold. No, that's it. Okay. And then I need to put the thing that I want in slot 4. You have to, like, actually really, really organize your item slots here. And this can also not be force triggered, the wingless fly. But this must be moved out of this position. I probably want to go ahead and put the uranium rod. I don't know which is better. Pops 2 random pegs twice. This one or the rod. I kind of feel like the rod emits a nuclear waste. I feel like this is, like, really good. I feel like that's the one you want to force trigger. I could be wrong. Hopefully these changes don't fuck up this run. This run has felt really good so far. I need this 8001, but it's too far. This has been so much better than my previous runs. I'm running really low on lives, though. I'm not going to make it there. Last shot. Okay. This gets me at least able to hit this one first. And that cleared that. Like, if I can hit the highest... Okay, perfect. If I can hit the highest number 1, it's like an automatic clear. But if I can't... creates so many problems. I have to just go here and go for it. We hit it. Nice. I'm barely beating these, dude. This is getting really, really, really hard. This could be my last shot. Keep in mind, this is only my 2nd run of this game. I want to hit the big one there. We should be able to clear enough. We're very close. There we go. We do thankfully clear it enough. I feel like it got worse, though. I can also... The fact that I can only have 4 items to have this perk. I think I shouldn't have... I almost think I shouldn't have selected this. Don't think it's good, but I could be wrong. Not being able to buy more items is super brutal, but it does make me end up relying on food. So I need to start eating pickle rats and kidney beans ASAP. Dave, eat 50% chance to double total coins, 50% chance to set coins to 0. I don't really need coins. I mean, I guess I could take this. Do we coin flip it? We coin flip it. Yeah, that makes sense. That might kill the run. We'll see. I need to get a good... Is not good. This might be it, boys. This might be the last nubby number you see. There's the sun exploding. It was a great run, though. A really good 2nd run. I feel very happy about it. 537,000. My last was 6,000. I almost 10 times... No, 100 times? Yeah, almost 100 times my score in 2 runs. So we are learning. We are getting better. 537k on my 2nd run. I don't know how good that is. If there was a global leaderboard on Steam, that would be awesome. But I think that's going to wrap up this episode of the RetroPat Gaming Journal, Gaming Diary, whatever you want to call it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. Thank you for watching. These episodes are really just a way for me to ramble and show you guys the progress and other random games that I'm deciding to play on the day. And I honestly should show more. I kind of end up playing a lot on my laptop and not making clips. I'd like to get more clips, get more screenshots, and really show you a little bit of everything. Because like, I've also been playing a lot of Minecraft recently and MTG Arena, but I just kind of consider those things that I do every day, but that's kind of what this is about, so I should include those. It's a whole thing. If you want to see more like this or want to support the channel, make sure to like the video. It helps out tremendously, as well as subscribing for more videos like this. I do upload every 3 days, a new video every 3 days, usually Dungeon Defenders, but sometimes fun stuff like this. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Have fun. Play games you enjoy. Peace, Reno. Hey, what's up? Retro Pat here, and I want to say a quick big thank you to everybody whose name is listed here because it means you went above and beyond and supported me via the Patreon, which allows me to put more time, effort, and resources into this channel. Thank you so much, and have a great day.